Why does my vintage computer crash from early viruses? Imagine firing up your old computer from the 1980s or early 1990s, ready to play a classic game or run some software. Suddenly, it freezes or crashes unexpectedly. What could cause that? Well, one big culprit back then was early computer viruses. These tiny programs were a new threat that most people didn't see coming. Computers at that time were much simpler, with less protection built in, so viruses could really cause chaos. Early viruses were small pieces of code that could attach themselves to files or the boot sector of floppy disks and hard drives. When you turned on your computer, the virus would load along with the operating system. Some viruses just copied themselves to other disks or files, spreading like digital germs. But others were designed to do real damage. They could overwrite important parts of your system, corrupt files, or even erase your entire hard drive. That's why your vintage computer might crash after being infected. One reason is that these old computers didn't have antivirus software like we do today. Back then, most people didn't even know viruses existed. There were no programs to detect or remove them. If a virus got onto your machine, it could run freely and mess things up. Even harmless viruses could slow down your computer or cause crashes because they used up memory and processing power needed for your regular tasks. Another reason is that these viruses often targeted how early computers operated. For example, the Michelangelo virus was programmed to activate on March 6th and overwrite critical parts of your hard drive. If your computer was on that day, it could crash or become unusable. The ping pong virus infected the boot sector, which is the part of the disk that tells your computer how to start up. If that got corrupted, your computer might not boot at all. Viruses spread easily because sharing floppy disks was common. If you borrowed a game or software from a friend and their disk was infected, your computer could catch the virus too. There was no internet to download updates or antivirus tools, so once a virus was on your machine, it was very hard to get rid of. Today, if you're working with vintage computers, it's smart to scan any old disks before using them. You can also run your system in a safe environment or use modern antivirus tools that support older operating systems. This way, you can enjoy the nostalgia of using a classic computer without worrying about early viruses crashing your system.